Hey everybody, I wanted to make a quick video to explain some changes that I just recently made to our site header. We've now got a scoreboard here up at the top of the screen, and it disappears when you scroll down, so it doesn't really impact the real estate of the page. Um, but basically, we've been trying to do more and more stuff with real-time stats this year. And we figured it might be nice to sort of show those off more than just in our little widget. Uh, Same as the existing widget, you can see today, yesterday, or tomorrow. But unlike the widget, when games are underway, you'll see the real-time stats right here. So you can click into a recap, and the same as has been the case for the majority of this season. When this game is underway, you'll see the real-time stats, and you'll be able to hop into your fantasy matchups and see the real-time stats play out there. Disregard this. I've long been eliminated from the playoffs. It's a sad year for my own teams. But yeah, so every 5, 10, 15 minutes or so, we got a new sort of batch of real-time stats. And so you can check the performance of your fantasy team in real time. This is a very common feature around the internet, but now we've got it too. So the scoreboard I was excited about. Another thing that I wanted to drive home was the fact that if you click the day here, the big active day here, it'll take you to a whole new page. And this is something that I've been working on for a while. It really helps make sense of the day's current schedule. For example, it shows me the games from today, um, and it shows me the players that are involved in that game that are on my fantasy team. So, for instance, these are the players from my roster who played tonight: Dennis Schroeder, Dolan Wright, and Dante Exum. Obviously, the games are not happening because I'm recording this in the afternoon. Um, so this is the sort of main page that you see right away. It's just showing the daily schedule, the daily dose here. As these real-time stats come in, the daily leaders will start to populate. To show you what I mean, I'm just going to back up to yesterday's games, which you can toggle up here. So here you can see that these are all my players who did play, and you can see in general the daily leaders right here. So I've sort of separated it out so you can see who did the best among players with 25 minutes or less, and who did the best among players with 25 minutes or more. And this is all sorted by your custom scoring format in your leagues. You can make it real big. Blue here means that the player is available in your league, so you can run out and grab them if you really think that Bogdanovic can keep up 35 points. And a player who's on your roster would be italicized. There might not be an example because my team's not doing so hot this year. But if LeBron James was on my roster, he'd be in italics. Other things you can see here are the popular ads and popular drops. Similarly, the blue ones are available in your league. So if you want to go out and add Alex Caruso, you can do that. You can also toggle it if you don't want just sort of the daily stats. You can just go to the 2-week summary. And here you get the leaders widget, which is very similar, obviously, to the daily leaders. It's just the players' averages over the course of the previous 2 weeks. And blue players are available in your league. And up here, you've got a different widget that's not available in the daily view, and that basically compares how a player has done over the last 2 weeks versus how they had been doing previously. So they're not necessarily the best players, but they're the players who are improving upon their averages the most. Here's a good example here. Caruso is only at 0.98 FPPM, which in this scoring format isn't too crazy. This is just a production league, but it's much better than he was doing previously. So it's a good way of sort of detecting trends early on. Yeah, Lonnie Walker's actually getting some minutes now, so you can see all that stuff there. Another cool thing that is currently only available to VIP members is if you want to only show available players, you just click here and it will just filter out all the players who who are already on teams. But that's basically the gist of what I've been working on. We got some cool things planned in the near future that are coming up. I'm excited to talk about. But for now, I just wanted to cover the changes to the header. Everything should work exactly the same. Um, but if you notice anything strange, let me know. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about, just with regard to the header itself, um, when I moved the scoreboard up to the top, I was able to get rid of the NBA menu button that you previously clicked, which would bring up the games in this bar here in the light blue. So that's now gone. Obviously, it's no longer needed. So we were able to stick the Find a Player search bar back on the main nav bar, so you don't need to go clicking for it. But that is a quick explanation of what we've been up to. The header didn't really change on mobile, but you will notice that if you expand the NBA menu on mobile, there's real-time stats shown there as well. So I hope you enjoy the functionality of the header. I think it's quite helpful, especially if you are awake during the time that the games are played. Obviously, for a lot of our European users, that's difficult, but it's neat, especially with the playoffs, to see how your players are doing in real time. And this is the easiest way of seeing that we've ever had at Sports.ws. So thanks for playing, and I'll keep you posted with the next big news.